Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 13th. It is 6:21 right now. Market is going to open in about 9 minutes. I just took this pre-market trade right here. Basically, I've been telling you guys the V3 on the 5 minute has been working very well. I took it for about 100 pips. I will send the profit shortly. I'm just finish setting this up and then we'll go. I was going to hold it for longer, but the market is going to open shortly, so I don't want to hold it into open, but did make some profit off that, and I will show you guys shortly. So room's almost set up. Couple more things here. Looks like we're good to go. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Looks good, everybody. So good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 13th. It is 6:23 right now. As you guys can see, I have this V3 marked up on the 10 minute over here. If you guys have remembered, yesterday I've been mentioning, well, not just yesterday, but this entire week, I've been mentioning that the V3 on the 10 minute has been hitting almost every time. So I did take this as a pre-market trade. I only took it for a partial 100 pips though, because the market is going to open in about 6 minutes. So I don't want to be holding on to a trade, on open, obviously. So I did take this trade for a quick little profit. So I did make a pre-market trade, made about 1,170 off my main account, probably the same across all my other accounts. So just a heads up and FYI. So when you guys do see my profits later, you will see that, there's going to be one trade that happened before. But yeah, for the most part, I just took this for a quick 100 pips, just to catch, a little bit of it. I wanted to hold on to it for longer, but unfortunately, the market's going to open shortly, and I don't want to get caught in any whipsaws on open. So let's have that marked up right there. Other than that, let's see who else. Miles said you're wrong for that, Sean. All right. Yeah, Mauricio said nice 100 pip warm up trade, Sean. Yeah, I just took it like right as soon as it closed. I just took it and I set the DOM, so I was already in it for 100 pips. I probably could have caught it for more because it did push up quite a bit from here. Yeah, about 200 pips or so. But with the market opening up in about 5 minutes, I don't want to get caught in the whipsaw. This might hit TP. It might shoot up, hit full TP like immediately on open, but we'll see. Other than that, let's see who else is here. Morning Stern, morning Kenny, morning David, morning Peter, morning Solo, morning Maria, morning Miles, morning John, morning Ruin, morning Barack, morning Mauricio, morning Wesley, morning David, morning Matt, morning Marlon, morning Andreas, morning Rashida, morning everybody. Yeah, Barack, you can watch any of the most recent mentoring sessions. They all cover all the variations. Everyone asks for all the variations in all those sessions, so I cover all of them in detail. If you want to go check them out, I'm working on the new videos right now, so hopefully they'll be up within the next couple of weeks or so. I just have to record them, produce them, clean them up, and have them ready for the course. But yeah, they'll be up shortly. But if you want to watch them now, you can watch the ones from the past two mentoring sessions, Brock. Hey, Stephen, morning. Morning, Lisa. All right, so market's going to open in about 4 minutes, guys. Let me go ahead and set up the liquidity real quick. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity on the top. That's another reason why I was okay with taking the quick little buy earlier off the 10. But as market got close to open, I just figured, it's time to pull out of this trade. So let's close this right here. Looks good. Something's drawing on the screen. Let me clear that real quick. There we go. Other than that, I think we're good. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity here on the top side. There's even liquidity right there at the Asia high. I'll just delete that and we'll watch it as Asia high. Other than that, pretty much all the liquidity is on the top side. Sure, no problem, Brock. AI full morning. All right, 2 minutes till market open. Let me go ahead and just finish trying the liquidity over here as well. And we should be good to go. All right, looks good. So this is the clean chart. Market's going to open in about a minute. Let me just make sure I have everything kind of covered over here. See if there's any news today that I should be aware of. Today's Wednesday, April 13th. There was news at 5:30. It was PPI, core PPI, inflation news, both positive. That's probably what kind of pushed price up slightly on open. Other than that, we have news at 7:30. So 5:30, 7:30, and then 10. So let me go ahead and just mark that up real quick. All right. Step over here. 7:30 news. Slight impact, but well, obviously we'll keep track of it. And then the inflation news was at 5:30 right here. All right, market is now open, guys. So looking at the current candle, we're looking for a strong red candle. In order for us to have the breakout, we need a strong red candle right here on open. We don't have that yet, but we should have it shortly if it does end up closing right there. Everything's good. No strong red candle there. We have about 20 seconds left on this candle and see if it ends up closing here. Price is obviously pushing right back up to open. I'm going to open the news price right here. This is when inflation came out. So inflation news came out right here. Price kind of pushed up a bit, then it came back down. And then it's pretty much just been ranging around news price right here. So you can see news price has been right here down the middle. And it's literally just been pushing back and forth from that point. This was not a strong red candle, so this is not going to be the breakout. It needs to be a strong red candle, meaning red candle with little to no wick on the bottom side. So just basically no resistance holding it down, or a support actually, since it's a sell. We don't have that yet. If we end up getting a strong green candle with a buy signal, then the bias will change from a sell to a buy. And then the breakout may be for a buy instead. So other than that, you guys can see here, the 10-minute is still running, the 10-minute V3. So I do think we might get that reversal to the upside, possibly. Not guaranteed, but possibly, because it'll be in line with this 10-minute over here hitting its TP. So we'll see if this closes here. This has about 8 seconds left on the candle. And it's not going to close. So look at where price kind of bounced off of. Price pretty much bounced off the news price right there, right? So just keep that in mind. You know, the news price is going to act as a somewhat as a like a sessions basically. So it's something that you guys want to, you know, obviously keep an eye on. Make sure that you kind of be careful around that point, because you don't want to get caught trading it, or, you know, around an area where price is likely to bounce or reject off. So this might be the breakout right here for a buy. One thing that you guys want to keep in mind is that it's going to cut into the sessions above. So see that purple line above there? It may cut into there. So maybe I'll take it for a quick 100 pips, maybe not the full push. So just keep that in mind. It's also hitting liquidity right here as well. So the candle's pretty huge. Let's see if I can get some stuff over here real quick. And I did catch it for 100 pips right there. So as I mentioned, guys, you know, I was saying I'd probably catch it for 100 pips, and that's all I'm going to do because it's getting close to the sessions right here. So I caught it for a quick 100 pips. I'll send you guys a screenshot of that. If you guys are paying attention, you guys understood, you know, what I did right there. So some slippage right there. I only caught about 9-10 off my main account. My other accounts, I logged in a little more. So I would hold it for longer, but the sessions is right here. The problem when price gets near the sessions is that price can bounce off, or it can break above and continue pushing, but I'm not going to risk it. So I just got out for 100 pips right here. Got out in and out real quick. As soon as the candle closed, entered right there. Pulled out for 100 pips. I probably entered a little late because of, you know, price was already above. So I probably entered like somewhere around here and I pulled out with 100 pips at that point. So other than that, let me just take screenshots of my profits so that you guys can see what I locked in right there so far. It's 2 trades, nothing too crazy, but, and there you go. Price is pushing up. Let's see if it's full TP over here. It probably will. Not sure if you're in it, Steven, but if you did, you probably were able to catch it to half TP. And you can see right there where price is having trouble kind of just, you know, breaking through and pushing up higher because it's right at the sessions. So and there you go, guys, full TP off the breakout again. So there you go, Steven. Do a little horns. Let me go and take a screenshot of my profits real quick. So yeah, you guys could have held it for the full move, but, you know, as I've been telling you guys, when price gets near the sessions, it's super risky. However, the breakout has been hitting every single day for like the past 2 weeks. So, I mean, some of you guys just trust it and take it for the full move. For me, I'm still not looking to risk it. Nice, Steven reached his goal again. So, I mean, if you guys could be just like Steven, you know, where's Rick at? Rick, you got to be more like Steven, bro. Just like Kip said, so, you know, Kip said, like, if everyone was more like Steven, like everyone would be funded by now, right? Everyone would be passing their challenge. So let me just finish taking a screenshot of profits again, and then I will give you guys a little update in the group. So as you guys can see, you don't really need a bias for the breakout because it's a quick little move. But the thing is, you can't get greedy. You got to pull out when it's time, because you can see prices coming all the way back down right here now, right? So if you weren't paying attention and not pulling out of it, you could get kind of screwed right there if you're still holding it like even longer. So yeah, accounts are sitting nice right now. All right, so let me just take that screenshot of this real quick. So another day of the breakout hitting the full TP, although I only took partial profit off it. I mean, it's still a pretty super solid move. So hopefully you guys locked in some profits off it. If you guys want to send in your profits, feel free. I'm going to send in my profits as well right now. So here's all my accounts. See, copier is doing the job. So solid profits off to kick off the trading morning. So right here, here's my main account. You can see I have the green strips here because I let it hit TP. A total of 2011 off this account. My second account right here, this is my copier locked in 2011 as well. And you can see these are different accounts. Sometimes people think like I'm taking a screenshot of the same account, but you can see this one has a green strip, so this one doesn't, because this one is a copier and this one is the main account. This is my other copier right here for MFF, locked in buys right there, 2,190. And then my other MFF right here as well, 2,190 as well. Lastly, my fifth account right here, 2,300. So pretty solid profits all around, guys. 1 second. So let's just get that there. And we're going to keep looking for more trades, guys. That was just a breakout. Now we're going to start looking at the bias, because the bias isn't really necessary for the breakout, but for every other trade here, we are going to be looking for a bias. So I'll look at everyone's profits shortly. Let me just go ahead and clean this up real quick. And you guys can see there was liquidity right there. That's another reason why I was inclined to take the buy, because I knew price was going to go up. You know, price hits liquidity, pushes up higher. That's another big video I'm going to be covering in the new videos that I'm producing. I'm going to be covering liquidity, how to draw liquidity, how to identify it, how to use it to your advantage when you're looking at a trade. As you can see, price is back into a range. It's bouncing between the sessions right here. So until we get some movement, nothing at that moment. And here's the V3 on the 10-minute, right? So I've been telling you guys, this thing hits, like it literally hits every time. So for this trade right here, I was in this trade from pre-market. I exited because market was going to open, but you can see it went straight to TP. So if you guys go back and watch the 10-minute, the V3s work amazingly on the 10-minute. I use this as a confluence. So if I have this running and I see an entry for, say, the breakout here on the 1, then I definitely think it's going to come and hit TP. So something for you guys to go and check out. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that's about it. So there's no entries available right now. Let me just check all the charts. I just want to make sure we're focusing on these trades before we go off track here. Nothing off the 3-minute over here. Nothing off the 5-minute over here. So we're good. So let's go back to the chat real quick. Let me just send this over to the other groups so that, oops. So that you guys are aware that the trade is closed out. You guys can pull out and profit. If you guys are still holding on to it, you guys should have pulled out already. So guys, just remember, don't get greedy. Like when you guys hit your TP, you got to pull out. Can't get greedy, because that's how people get caught in these in these bad trades, because they hold on to trades longer than they should. Anyways, looking at the profits over here, scrolling up real quick. So let's see, scrolling up over here, Lisa over here currently up 893. Nice work, Lisa. And then she went to go do Pilates and get a massage. While she was doing that, she made more profits. She's now currently up 2,729. So she went from 800 to now 2,729, almost 3,000. So great work right there, Lisa. Also over here, Scotty locked in a total of 667. Nice work, Scotty. Sisuk over here currently at 5,025. Nice work, Sisuk. Kenny over here currently up 1,471. Great work, Kenny. Over here, Al locked in a total of 7,042. And Al, your consistency is crazy. You've been doing so good compared to, when you first joined K2 like years ago. You're doing amazing now. So great work. Sisuk again over here up 5,025. We looked at that earlier. Kenny over here currently up 1,471. And then we got R over here with a total of 2,535. So nice work, guys. Dale over here as well, currently at 537. And you guys are killing it. You guys are all doing pretty good. Josh over here as well. Josh currently up 3,613. Amazing work right there, Josh. Looks like you wrote it up and you double dipped into it. That breakout, like what I've been doing. So it looks like you took the first entry right here, made some profit, then you double dipped into the liquidity right there, locking a total of 3,613. I can see the timestamps. So I can kind of see where you got it from. So great work, Josh. Zildjian over here locked in a total of 765. And I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here are really picking up on what I'm doing, right? You guys aren't just like blindly picking into trades. You guys are actually listening to my analysis and understanding what the liquidity does and how beneficial it is if you guys are, hopping into trades and whatnot. So great work right there, Josh, and great work, Zildjian. Milzon over here said I'm having issues with MT4, set my TP at 200 pips, but it sets below. I don't know. Has anyone had that issue with MT4? I haven't had that issue. And Milzon said that he sets it at 200, but it sets it below. He locked in a total of 805. So great work right there, Milzon. It might be, let me just tell him, it might be because of slippage or the spread, but typically no issue. The normal spread on FTMO is, so might be the spread. All right, other than that, Joshua over here sent in his profits as well. Damn, what happened to you, Josh? You took a sell there. Looks like you kind of revenge traded it, seems like. Yeah, because it looks like you try to take the buy here. Maybe you got in too late and then you try to take the sell. So you might have revenge traded right there, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, because I can see the timestamps right here. When was my entry taken? Yeah, I was already out by 6:32. Looks like you might have got in too late because your entry was at 6:35. It's about 3 minutes after we got in. And then you try to take the sell here. It looks like you got caught in the whipsaw. Oh man, no, I see. Yeah, I said MT4 disconnected on me, unable to close my positions. Looks like this will be my, it's unfortunate, Josh, but it's okay. At least you're getting a repeat rather than a fail. I would message FTMO support to me. Refund the losses. Disconnect. All right, so no entries here yet, guys. I'm still looking, so don't think that I'm like not paying attention. I'm definitely paying full attention. So I'm not looking to miss any trades here. Still looking for a buy signal over here on the 10, nothing on the 5, nothing on the 3. Nothing on the 1. Price is bouncing around this area though, but you can see where price is ranging from, right? Price pretty much created a high over here, created a low, and now it's just ranging down this price right here. It's ranging down the Asia low, which is the sessions. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else here. Charles said he missed the breakout, but caught a little of his own trade. Nice work, Charles. So he did miss the breakout there, but he did take a sell on the way back down, locked in a total of 369 right there off that one trade. So nice work, Charles. Still in profit overall for the day. So you're doing solid. Other than that, Andreas over here, he took the TP halfway, locked in a total of 567. Great work, Andreas. And it's exactly what we talked about yesterday, right? Almost always happens. Steven over here locked in his daily 1,000 for the day. So Steven, you're doing really good. Locked in 1,075. So right here, 1,075. Yesterday, he locked in 1,500. Great work, Steven. You're doing so good. for the week so far. So keep it up. Rashida over here as well, locked in a total of 190 off her first account. And then her second account over here locked in a total of 2,422. So amazing work, guys, across everybody. If you guys have any more profits to send in, just send them in. I'll add them to the list. Wesley over here as well, locked in a total of 1,138. So nice work, guys. All off that one breakout right there. So other than that, I'm gonna get back to the charts. I don't see anything here off the 1 minute. There's nothing here off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5, and nothing off the 10. So we're gonna go over and take a look at the bias real quick. Retail sentiment is currently, refresh this. Retail sentiment is currently 52% short, indicating that there's 52% of retail traders on the short side. However, this isn't a strong bias, so this isn't going to help us too much today or just right now specifically. Looking over at the fundamentals are not that strong either. They're up 70 points. They need to be above 100 points or below 100 points for it to be strong. So there's no bias here with regard to fundamentals or to the retail sentiment. Going over to CNBC. Let's see, JP Morgan Chase reports a 5.24 million hit from market dislocations caused by Russian sanctions. Damn, big hit right there. I don't think there's anything else here. Let's see if there's anything going on with the war. Ukraine Zelensky offers prisoner swap for Moscow. UN says 1,932 civilians killed, 2,589 injured in Ukraine. So nothing, I mean, things are not getting better. Obviously, things are still worse, and it's just war. So other than that, there's nothing else, no updates here with the war. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else right here. There's no catalyst in the market right now. The only catalyst is going to be the inflation news, which, I mean, even that is not really going to be a huge catalyst because we already know where inflation is going. It's going up. Anyways, looking over here at the heat map for US30, majority of the stocks here are green. So overall, I mean, we're still pushing up. Apple's kind of down right here. It's down 0.33%. But I mean, for the most part, majority of these are green. So we'll see how this ends up pushing as we continue on with the day. But for now, there just isn't any bias in the market. So we just kind of have to focus on like what we can find here and what can help us identify, the direction. So here's 1 minute right here. Not much going on. Nothing here on the 3, nothing here on the 5, nothing here on the 10. Going back to the clean chart over here, I'll mark up the hourly. Or this is not the clean chart. This is a clean chart. As you guys can see right here, market opened down here at the very bottom, and it's been pushing up. So price pushed up, but as it pushed up, it's now back into a range. So one thing that you want to confirm here is whether the push up is going to continue or it's going to come back down, right? Two different things can happen here. Price can either continue pushing up or it can come right back down. I'm going to clean this up a little bit so you guys can see it a bit better. Take off these liquidity zones that have already been tested, and I'm going to go and draw some new ones. Over here, the liquidity up there just got broken. It's not necessarily closed yet, but did break. So as you can see right here, price is just ranging. Price pretty much pushed up on open, and it got into a big range right here, where this is the high, this is the low. The midpoint is the session right here, which is the Asia low, and there hasn't really been much movement since then. So we'll see where it goes from here. Going back to this, let me just adjust this a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much for us to take right now. There's no clear direction in the market. There's no bias with regard to retail sentiment, fundamentals. I mean, the fundamentals are bullish, but I mean, how long are they going to stay bullish for? Apple's still down right here. Same with Visa. So Apple's down, Visa's down, JP Morgan's down. Basically, the financials are down for the most part. Goldman Sachs is down. The only tech stock that's really down right now is Apple, which is going to stay down. Visa is going to stay down. I forgot what CRM is. CRM is, it's not updating. You can see it better on here. So CRM is Salesforce. I keep forgetting because I keep thinking it starts with an S. But yeah, for the most part, everything here is pretty much right down the middle overall. But looking at the heat map, you guys can see that it's mostly green. But price here has not really chosen a direction. I wouldn't be surprised if price comes back down and retests the sessions right here. So other than that, there's just no entries available at the moment. Let me go and check out the chat real quick and see if I missed anything. So let me just scroll up real quick. Nice. Just saw all the profits you guys are posted over here off the breakout. Rick's asking how much did Steven make. Steve made about 1,000, I think, from what I just looked at. iPhone says he trades for 5 minutes and makes more than people do in a month. Yeah, Steven also uses MT5. I don't know if you guys want to use that. You guys could. I still use MT4, but eventually maybe I'll switch to MT5. Steven's going to make a breakout for PDF. Nice, Steven. Lily said she missed it, unfortunately. Computer needed a restart. Trading view wouldn't open. Damn. Let's see if there's anything else over here. See, I just saw your messages. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Zachary's asking how many pips for the 3-minute daily. It's I believe it's 500 pips, right? Let me just check real quick. I think it's 500. Yeah, it's 500 both ways. I mean, it's not set in place, but that's basically what people tend to use, Zachary. Here we go. As price starts to push up higher, which is no surprise. I mean, our main bias right now is still bullish. So what we're looking to confirm here is whether price is going to keep pushing up, whether it's going to come down. One reason I think it's going to keep pushing up as well is because there's a lot of liquidity right here, right? This liquidity has not been tested yet. It's going to have to get tested at some point, but for now, it has not been tested yet. Going over here, let me keep going on the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. David said his MC4 got frozen a few seconds during the breakout. Hopefully you got out of the profit though, David. John said, what do you set your slippage on trade copier? My trade copier canceled my trade. I set it at 5 million, John. Usually doesn't have a problem. It's just like, if there's some sort of slippage, you can see here, there's some slippage on mine. The entry points were a little off by like maybe 100 pips, or not even 100 pips, maybe like 10 pips. But it just gets set to it. It takes it automatically because you're basically telling your copier, like, just take it no matter what, right? Just copy it. So that's why my slippage here is a little off. I mean, it's off by a little bit, not a lot, but slightly. Because I made like 1,000 off here, made 900 off these. Yeah, 5 is a default. That's like, so it doesn't, like, if there's any difference in price, it's not going to take it. But yeah, it's supposed to be set. Well, I set it at 5 million. So everyone sets it at 5 million. It's been that way for years now. But yeah, that's what we set it to, and it doesn't make any difference. It's just, you're basically just telling the system to always take a trade, whether there's a gap or not, which wouldn't matter because if you're taking it at a split second, it's not going to make a big difference, right? It only takes like a few seconds for you to, or less than a second actually, to get into a trade, or for your copier to copy it. And it also forces your copier to close out of the trade too. So whenever you close your main account, it'll close it on all the others. So yeah, Charles said that the 10-minute or the daily entry here is a buy. And yeah, it is a buy. However, let me see. I'm not going to take it, guys. So I don't know if you guys want to take it. I haven't been taking the daily lately because of, obviously the market movement. I would take it if there was some sort of confirmation of like price being bullish throughout the time, but the sentiment here sucks. It's not very strong. It's only up, or it's short 53%. If this was like 63% or 73%, then yeah, I would take the buy. but there just isn't very much confirmation here that price is going to keep going up. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who knows? You can see here the fundamentals are not strong at all either. They're up 40 points. So I would be careful with taking the daily. And who knows? Maybe it'll push up. The problem with this here is that price is going to be bouncing off both of these sessions here. So the Asia low and the Asia high. Can you guys believe that this is like how far Asia has moved yesterday? It didn't really move that much, right? It's basically ranging within the Asia price, which is not very much. Let me just measure it real quick. Let's see. Actually, I mean, it's a pretty big push for Asia, for the entire Asia session. It's like 1,800 pips. But yeah, this is, the Asia high and then the Asia low right there. So this is a reason why, I mean, there's a lot of red flags why I wouldn't take it. There's no bias, there's no confluence, and also it's right between two different sessions. So the problem with this is if price bounces off this, I mean, this is one thing that can happen. Price can bounce off it, or price can break below and continue dropping. And then when price reaches this point, it can do the same thing. Price can either bounce off it, or it can break above and keep pushing. So I don't like taking those type of risks, right? I want to know that I'm going to win the trade. Like whenever I take a trade, I almost already know in my head that I'm going to win that trade. So I don't have very many losses because I look for the very quality trades. What I'll look for here though, is I'll look for trades within the daily here. So I won't take this full daily, but if I see a V3 in between, then I might take that trade. Another reason why I'm kind of not inclined to take this is because we already had a buy here for a V3. The next V3 is possibly going to be a sell. So price might push up slightly, and then we might get a V3 somewhere around here. And then if we get that sell, I'll probably take that sell, take a quick profit off it, and then I'll take the other V3 right back up, right? So I'm looking for other entries within the entry because the strategies here will overlap if you guys see anything, or I mean, if you find anything good. There's no V3, there's no entry here off the 5. There's no entry here off the 3-minute. And then also nothing here off the 1. Let me clean this up real quick. Or let's move this down actually. And as you guys can see, price is still ranging, but the range is getting tighter. So here's a high, here's a low. There's a range right down the middle. Let's see, other than that, let's see, Maddie. Nice, Maddie. Yeah, quick move right there. So Maddie caught a trade off the 5 over here. Pretty solid. And as you can see, price is starting to come back down, right? This is why you guys want to be careful with taking the trade that you guys are looking at. Going back to the daily over here, it's coming back and it's retesting the sessions, right? No surprise. This is why you guys want to be careful trading around these sessions, because you might get faked out. Price will bounce off it and then it'll come back down. Then it might bounce off it again and then it might come back down. You guys just want to be careful with these entries here. And yeah, look what Matthew said. There's going to be another daily here off the 3-minute for a sell, which again, I wouldn't take this because just what I just discussed with you guys right now is that it's right at the sessions, right? So you can get a lot of fake outs right here at the sessions. So although this is the daily for the 3-minute and this is the daily for the 10-minute, you can see that they're conflicting. The 10 minutes, it's telling to buy, while the 3-minute is telling to sell here. Let me see where the low point is. The TP is going to be at 34,239. 34,239 is going to be, I'll just mark up where the full TP for the 3-minute would be. It's going to be right there. So what could happen here is price can technically come down, hit the TP for the 3-minute, and then still push up and hit the TP for the 10-minute, right? It's a trade within the trade. So just be careful with this. But the main reason why I wouldn't want to take trades at this point is because it's at the sessions. That's like the number one reason why I wouldn't want to enter the trade, even though I could probably double dip into this, catch a sell here, hit my TP for the 3, and then catch the buy right back up to the full TP for the 10. Because I've done that before. It's just, I do that when I have a bias in the market. I don't have a bias right now. Retail sentiment isn't high. Fundamentals here are not high. there just isn't very much to go off right now. Let me refresh this, see if there's any updates here. My brother Justin said, damn, took a speculative sell and the spread doubled my TP. Yeah, that's the spread, man. Spread gets crazy. Spread is currently, it's weird. I don't know why it doesn't show it on here. I had to reinstall MT4. If you guys remember, like on Tuesday or Monday, I got to fix this at some point. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't show my spread here anymore. It used to say my spread here on my MT4. I had to go and reinstall it because I think my computer just corrupted data. But yeah, I don't know what the spread's like. It's probably wide if I doubled your TP like that. All right, so I'm not in this trade, and I'm also not in this trade, even though they're probably both might hit TP. It's, you know, it's still kind of hectic for us to enter these trades here. Let me scroll up real quick. So Sam's asking, is it possible for this heavy Canadian news to affect US30? Yes. Basically, any news can really affect any of the assets, Sam. Like, it won't have a direct, won't have a direct effect on US30. But let me see what news you're referring to. Yeah, so the the BOC rate statement, overnight rate, this will affect the market because, you know, the US does a lot of business with Canada, and a lot of these companies that are in the US30 do business with Canada, right? So it won't affect it directly, like it's not going to affect it, but you know, these companies do have a stake in the country of Canada, and with, you know, the news that's been released here. So yes, although it won't affect it directly, it can affect it indirectly. I don't know what the news was here, though. It doesn't show if it was positive or negative, but yeah, it can definitely affect it one way or the other. That's why usually when there's news in general, I usually try to avoid the market, or I try to just stay cognizant as to like how things might affect it. Like maybe not this stuff, but their inflation rate could affect it. Their retail sales, because, you know, obviously there's retail companies here in the US30, and they do have stores in Canada, or they do sales in Canada and whatnot. Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, etc. So stuff to just keep in mind. But yeah, short answer to your question, Sam, yes, it can affect it. It can, doesn't necessarily have to, but it can. Scrolling up real quick, let me see if I missed anything else here. Gotcha. Just saw your message right there, Professor. Professor said, thanks, Matthew. Looking for an entry to trade the Rick back to open strategy on demo. Only looking to risk 50% of my profits from the breakout. This way I can ensure a winning day if I lose the more speculative trade. Yeah, smart idea, Professor. And if you guys forgot, the opening price is down here. So price may come down and hit the opening price. It may or may not, who knows? But there is no bias in the market. So you guys do want to be very careful taking these speculative trades here, unless you have, you know, a good understanding as to where price is going to be going. Because I don't have an understanding. There's nothing here with retail sentiment. Let's see if it's updated. It has not updated at all. It's at 52%. Looking over at the fundamentals, it's still down, or it's still up slightly, but not very much. It's up 50 points, which is just basically nothing. Other than that, I don't see anything else here for us to look at. And as you can see, price is now coming back. If you guys remember earlier, we had the range between the sessions right here, the Asia low, and it hasn't really gone anywhere, right? Price came up, came down, it created a range right there, came up, came back down, it's back at the range, right down the middle. So until you get like a really good confirmation that price is going to continue dropping, then I would possibly write it down to open if that's what you guys want to do. But currently right now, there just isn't much, confirmation at all. What we were looking for at this point is we were looking for price to break and close below this line right here, right? Because we were looking at the buy. So this candle right here broke and closed below the sessions. It retested. For the final step, we needed price to break and close below this line here, which is a previous low. Price never did that, so it never confirmed the bearish bias. So guys, just, make sure you guys aren't forgetting these things, right? How to identify the bias, how to identify the confluence, how to identify risky prices, risky areas to enter the sessions. All these things come into play, especially on a day like this where you don't have confluences with regard to retail sentiment or fundamentals. We have to look at the technicals today, which is not the best way to trade, because the technicals are always going to fake people out, right? You're going to think price is going to go up, you're going to think price is going to go down, and you're going to get burned. Like, for example, right here, I'm sure a lot of people got burnt right here, right? People saw price going up and they entered way too late. So if you enter a buy here, or, I'm sure someone would have chased this because they thought price was going to do this. Because this is typically what happens. Price will push up like that, it'll come down and then come back up, right? Which is what happened right here. But guess what happened? I'm sure a lot of these people held on to that buy because they thought price was going to bounce right off, and then they ended up getting stopped out right there, right? And I'm sure at this point, people got faked out here too, because when people saw this drop, I'm sure people are like, okay, price is going to have to, it's going to do something like this, retrace and come back down, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys probably saw that coming, or you thought it was going to happen. And if you guys were on that, you've gone burnt again in the opposite direction. So just keep it in mind, guys. Whenever you guys are looking to enter a trade, try not to enter when price has been overextended like this, because price will retrace and then it'll do one of two things. It'll either correct back to the upside, or it'll do three things actually. It can either correct back up and continue shooting up, it'll reverse, or the worst one is it'll just range, right? Because I'm sure people have gotten stopped out here for a buy, people got stopped out here for a sell, and then again right here as price pushed up, I'm sure people chased it again because they thought price was going to keep pushing up right here, which is logical, right? You see price push up, push down, and you think price can keep going up. However, if you entered a buy right here, you just would have gotten stopped out again because price came right back down. So don't get caught in these traps, guys. These traps get set up all the time. I've been caught in these traps a lot of times, so I don't fall for it anymore. The more and more that you guys identify these traps, and the more and more that you guys pay attention to these patterns in the market, the better off you'll be, because you won't get caught in these little fake outs. And the thing is, we already knew that this wasn't going to go up or down because we marked up the range here. Like, we knew price was in a range when it was right here. So we never got caught in this right here, because at this point over here, we already knew price was going back and forth, right? Because we already have our high lows. This is why it's important to have the high low indicator, because right here, we're not going to be suckers. We're not going to get caught in this like other people, because you already knew there was a range right here, because we have these high low indicators. A lot of people people don't use these high low indicators seriously, right? They're very useful, and they help with a lot of people who get caught in these fake outs that a lot of other people do get, that a lot of people don't notice. All right, so again, right here, price does look like it's dropping. However, it's just in range. So again, it's ranging right there. Here, let's see. Matthew said, dang, should have held the 3 minute to full TP. John said 3 minute hit to full TP. Too bad, I bailed out early. So going back to the 3 minute, there you go. It hit TP, right? Going back to the 10 minute over here, look at where it hit. It hit TP, and price might swing back up, or it might continue dropping. This is the reason why I don't like taking the bigger trades, because as I mentioned earlier, there's two areas of risk right here: the Asia low and the Asia high. Let me put that on the chart. Okay, so the Asia low right here and the Asia high. Whenever price is around these points, you get a lot of manipulation, right? I wouldn't be surprised if price shoots all the way back up and moves back in profit on the 10 minute here. It wouldn't be a surprise to me, because it's bouncing right off the 3 minute there. So, great work to whoever caught it. It looks like some of you guys did catch some of the profit there off the 3 minute daily. I'm not going to count this as a trade. Obviously, I didn't tell you guys to take it. I told you guys it was risky. So it's just here for reference so that you guys can see. But as you can tell, the strategies work perfectly fine. The variations aren't the only strategies that work, right? The variations are the main ones that I use because they come up very often. The breakout I use because it comes up every day. These are strategies that you shouldn't be neglecting. All of the other strategies still work perfectly fine. So it's just up to preference. If you like taking the daily, follow it. If you like taking the variations, follow that. If you want to take the high lows, follow that. There's a lot of entries here that you guys can take where you can make a lot of money off. Like again, right here, right? There was a high low entry right here, right? Price broke above. Could have entered right there. Another quick profit. And that lined up with the breakout. So you had a breakout plus a high low, plus a pivot scalp, plus there's like 4 different entries that could happen right here using 4 different K2 strategies. So that's like a quadruple confluence right there. Going back to the 10-minute, look where price is bouncing off. It's bouncing off the TP off that 3-minute daily. So the more and more that you guys understand the strategies and the confluences and the things that line up with each other, the easier it'll be for you guys to hit. So I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes all the way up and hits TP. Because if you guys remember from my analysis earlier, I mentioned price might come down, hit the TP for the 3-minute daily, and then push all the way back up and hit the TP for the 10 as well. So yeah, if you guys have profits, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, we'll continue on with our analysis here. So Brock over here, he took the breakout trade, locked in a total of 1,750. Great work, Brock. You got Matthew over here, locked in a total of 660. He made 500 off that 3-minute daily right there. So he made 160 off the breakout earlier, and then another one right here, traded both ways perfectly. So great work, Matthew. Nick over here as well. He took the breakout earlier this morning, or I think this is from the trade here off the 10. He just got in and out, locked in a total of 205 off that one trade right there. Nice work, Nick. Maddie over here, locked in a total of 566. Nice work, Maddie, off this first account. His second account over here, locked in a total of 1,824 off that one trade right there. So great work, Maddie. Zildjian over here as well, locked in a total of 1,890. Guys are killing it. Rashida's asking for Hugo's way. What's TP? Depends on the strategy. Which strategy are you using? Let's see. Joshua said email was sent. We'll see. Damn. Yeah, hopefully they'll refund those losses, Joshua, and then they'll just give you another. Which time frame? Which time frame, Rashida? Because there's a 10-minute, there's also the 3-minute, so they're both different. The 3-minute is 500 pips, and the 10-minute is 1,500 pips. It's a bigger move. Oh, sorry, you said the breakout. I thought you said the daily. Sorry, my bad. It's 500 each way. So I don't have the setup here with it, but it's 500 both ways. So for the DOM, for the full move, it's technically 500 pips. All right, so other than that, nothing off the 1 minute over here. Let's move this a little lower. Price is still ranging. It's starting to make its way down a little bit, but it is still ranging. As you guys can see, as price starts to drop lower, there's liquidity building right here, right? There's liquidity right here. There's liquidity right here. So, don't be surprised if price pushes back up and then hits all of this liquidity and pushes all the way up here and hits all this liquidity up here too. Because there's a lot of liquidity on both sides, or not really both sides, but on the top side. So as you guys can see right here, a lot of liquidity right here, right here, right here, right here, and all up here. So just gotta keep that in mind. This price continues to swing right back up. Here's the 10-minute. You can see it's starting to push up higher. It's trying to get past these sessions right here. Again, this is the area where I don't like to trade because you get a lot of manipulation around the sessions. From this point, price can do one of two things. It can either bounce off it or it can break through and continue pushing up higher. So I'll just be careful. I mean, this can easily just bounce off here, or it can break above and continue pushing up higher. It's just too risky for me to hop into something like that. 7:16 right now. We got about 40 minutes left till 8. And you can see here on the 5, price is bouncing directly off the sessions, right? Going back to the 10, price is bouncing directly off the sessions. You don't want to trade around the sessions, guys. This is like the place where you want to avoid most of your trades. You're gambling if you're trading around the sessions. Because the thing is, you can take a buy here and you can get lucky and maybe it'll hit your TP real quick, or you can take a sell here as well and you can get lucky and it can maybe hit your TP, or you can get very unlucky and it'll just shoot up and stop you out, or it'll spike down and stop you out. So you're basically just flipping a coin at this point. You can see it looks way more clear here on the 5-minute. Same with the 3-minute. You can see there, it's bouncing directly off it, especially on the 1-minute over here. So yeah, you guys want to be a bit careful with these right here, because last thing you want to do is get caught into a risky trade and then you end up losing a lot of your profits from earlier this morning. I see that happen with so many people. People make profits off the breakout with me or with any of the other entries we take, and then they end up blowing it off like one trade. I was trying to see if this was a V3, but I can't tell if this was a red or green candle. Yeah, can't really tell. Let's see if the bias has changed at all. Fundamentals right here, currently up 79 points. Sentiment hasn't changed at all. It's 51%, so it's still right down the middle. No use. All right, here we go on the 10. Price is still attempting to push above. It hasn't closed yet. It has about a minute left on this candle. Professor said 10-minute V3 pending around the sessions. So no V3, or yeah, no, technically you're right. Right here, you're right. Sorry, I was looking at this wrong because I was looking at the, actually no, because the low has to be a red candle, Professor. So the low right here is actually a green candle, yeah. So this would need to be a red candle, but yeah, if this low was the red candle, then yeah, you'd be pretty solid on point. And I probably would have taken it if it did close off there. So it was a good identification of a possible entry, because yeah, if I saw that right there, like for example, right here, this is the one that I took. It was a V3 on pre-market. This happened about 6:10 before market open. I entered right here, took a quick little profit, made that, and pulled out. You're basically looking for a low with a red candle and a following candle that is opposite. If it's a strong candle, even better, because it'll fall in line with the V2. So it'll be like a V2 plus a V3 at the same time. All right, so as you guys can see right here, price did break and close above the sessions. It's now rejecting off it and pushing up higher. 5 minutes right on the line. 3 minutes like right at the line too. Same with the 1. Just bouncing around the area. All right. Yeah, Maddie said if that 10-minute was a V1 body, would have been nice. Yeah, I was looking at that too, Maddie. I was kind of tempted to hop into it if it was a body, but it wasn't. So, I mean, if you go over here, I mean, you could, it's like slightly off. Yeah, slightly off it. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, risky because it's at the sessions. I agree. And you also confirm that it's bouncing off the demand. Melzon said, all right, other than that, let's see JJ over here locking a total of 1,472. Nice work, JJ. Nick over here as well, currently up 187. So great work, guys. Everyone's doing pretty solid. If you guys have any more profits to send in, feel free. Otherwise, we're still looking for trades here, but there's nothing that's really coming up at the moment. So this is easier to see on the 1 minute. You guys can see right here where price is rejecting off, right? There is this purple line here that price keeps bouncing off. This is the sessions. This is where you want to keep away from, because this is where you get a lot of manipulation. Price can easily spike up or down. I mean, the worst part here is that price is squeezing where the sessions is. We had this bigger range right here where the high was up here and the low was down here. Now we have the high and low right here, but it's just in a way tighter space. So now that price is starting to squeeze, we're probably going to see a breakout one way or the other. My guess is that the breakout is going to happen to the upside, but you know, I'm not going to gamble it. I'm going to wait for an actual entry to come up. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, looks good. All right, price is still bouncing around this area. We're getting a V1 here. This would technically be a V1 entry, but it's not one that I take. It's right at the sessions. Yeah, if only it was outside of it. But yeah, this would be a V1 entry right here if it does close. Not one that I would take, but if it was away from the sessions, I would. It's probably gonna hit CP. Yeah, so this is a V1. It's also a V3, possibly a V2 as well. There you go, full TP. If you guys wanted to take it, I would have taken it if it wasn't at the sessions, but it was a V1 and a V2 and a V3. So it's basically a triple confluence with all the variations. It was a V1 because we had a double wick rejection, a V2 because it was a strong green candle, it was a V3 because we had an opposite green candle, low with the red candle, and a pending buy signal. So basically 3 variations in one right there. So when I make the triple confluence video, guys, I might have to change the name, or actually, no, I think triple confluence is fine. I'll just have different examples, because the triple confluence was basically three different strategies that lined up. But now that we're starting to notice, the triple confluence can apply to like any strategy, because you can have a triple confluence for the variations. You can have a triple confluence for the pivot strategy. You can have a triple confluence for the high lows. There's a lot of different strategies that would line up for, you know, what we would call a triple confluence. And just FYI, I know some of you guys are probably looking at this trade right here. This is not a triple confluence. This was a high low that broke and closed above it, but the trend meter is not green. So this was not a high low for it, or triple confluence in general. John said full TV for V3. Oh, you're talking about this one, right, John? Yeah, that'd be on the 1 minute. Yeah. Nice work, guys. So you guys are doing really well paying attention to these entries here. So yeah, nice work right there. John with the V3 also. Lisa caught the V3 as well. Nice work, Lisa. Madu's asking, I thought the variations couldn't be a triple confluence because one requires double wick rejection, one requires strong candle. Yeah, no, you're right, Madhu. So this wouldn't fit the V2. It was close to it because when it closed, it looked like there was no wick on top. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it technically could. If this closed with a strong, like with no wick on top, so the variation V2, this is the requirement that you're referring to, no wick on top, right? There can be a wick on the bottom, doesn't matter. So for the V1, there would be a wick on the bottom. For the V2, there can be a wick on top right here. So there can be a triple confluence for the variations. It's just something that doesn't come up very often. Because this would be a V1, a V2 if there was no wick right here. And then obviously this is a V3. So everything could line up. It just, it just wouldn't fit it for this specific one right here. But I've seen it happen before where it's been like a really good candle that follows it. Yeah, exactly. Madhu said no wick on bottom, bottom for a buy and no wick on top for a sell. Yeah, that's right. So right here, you could have no wick on the top and then vice versa. Like for example, if you get a buy here, you could still have the buy with no wick on the bottom. So it works. B said, damn, I was considering taking that V3 sell on the way back down too, but the sessions. Yeah, price hasn't really gone far past the sessions right here. So it's still around that same point. Price is just ranging around this area, coming right back to the sessions and going sideways. We do have news coming up in about 2 minutes, guys. So I'd be careful with taking any trades. I know it's a light impact, but it's still going to affect the market. I think it's crude oil inventories, right? So right here at 7:30, crude oil inventories. I don't know how this is gonna be for the past like month or 2 months or so. It's been negative because actually it's been negative, or it's been positive actually because of the war. But now that I don't know where we're getting oil from, but it seems like it's been shifting. We'll see where it goes from this point. If it ends up being positive or negative. But it is light impact, but it can still affect the market. Because the thing is, a lot of these financial companies do have a stake in oil, obviously, right? Like the financial services, like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc. They all have a stake in oil, so can affect the market. But looking at everything here, everything's pretty bullish. So Apple is now bullish. Microsoft's bullish. You can see majority of things here are green for the most part. Pretty much just basically all the big ones are green for the most part. So I do think it's going to continue pushing up higher. It's going to follow in line with our analysis here with price hitting the liquidity at some point. I don't know when it'll happen, but there's still a lot of liquidity right here on the top side. Thanks, V. So there's a V3 sell on the 5 minute. It's right at the sessions though. So again, the same thing that was our problem earlier, V, it's still here on the 5 because it's like right at the sessions. So same reason you wouldn't have taken it on the 1, same reason I wouldn't take it on the 5. And there you go, it's dropping. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take the candle even if it closes below, because it can probably because what might happen is if it closes below is it might come back up and then retest the sessions. So yeah, I know it's tempting to take, but whenever it breaks and closes below, that's where the fake out will happen. Like what happens is a lot of people don't wait for the retest, or if the retest might happen, so they'll enter right here for a sell, and then they don't realize, oh, price has to come back and retest the sessions at some point. Because the thing is, the bias right now is still bullish, right? We still have that bullish bias, so we don't even have a confirmation that price has even shifted to a sell. And you can see right there the bullish candle. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up and tests it, right? So if you entered right there, you'd be sweating right now because you'd be draw down like 200 pips right now, almost 300. Mauricio said, my itchy finger grabbed that sell $500. Nice work, Mauricio. So Mauricio actually got in. He got in, pulled out real quick. And there you go. See, price came up. It almost tested the sessions right here, and then it came back down. Like, I feel like a lot of people get amazed when I'm able to identify this, but this happens all the time, guys. Like I'm not doing anything out of the unusual. I mean, if you guys have the K2 indicators, you guys have the sessions. The problem with a lot of other traders is that they don't have these sessions right here, right? They don't have these indicators because I created these for specific reasons. I didn't see anybody having these indicators, so I created them myself. And then they've proven to be very, very useful because you guys see the same pattern repeats over and over again. Just look at whenever price reaches these sessions, right? Like for example, right here, price reaches sessions right here. And I always mention one or two things will happen. Price will either break above it or it'll continue down below. And that's what happened. It continued down below. Same with this session over here. Price came up, tested the session. It could have done one or two things, reject off it or continue pushing up higher. So it's literally a gamble. I mean, if you guys are ever trading around those points, like for example, right here, price broke above it, but it hasn't really chose the direction, right? Price did break above it right here, but it didn't really push above or push below. It kind of just pushed up, then came back down, and it still hasn't chosen this direction yet. B's asking, do you ever trade session retest? If there's an entry on it, then yeah, I would. So like, say for example, it comes back up, right? And then it comes back up and then we get a variation for a sell. Because the thing is, we can get a variation for a sell right here because we still didn't get that sell signal. So say we push up again, another high establishes right here, and then we get another following red candle. Then I would take it. I wouldn't just take it just because, like I mentioned, I'm not trying to gamble here. You're literally gambling. If you're taking trades there for like with no entry, you're basically betting that price can come back down, right? But you don't have an entry. So I wouldn't take it if that was the case. But if I did have an entry, like maybe a high-low entry, a variation, a pivot scalp, anything really that would indicate that, there's an entry available, then yeah, I would take it. But I wouldn't just take it just because. That goes back to like, me always reminding you guys that you guys have to take quality trades, right? Not necessarily just trades that you feel are going to come. I do take speculative trades sometimes, but that's only because I have a bias. So another example for that be, we don't have a bias here, right? With the fundamentals and the retail sentiment. If this was like 70% long, then yeah, maybe I would take a speculative sell there as it comes back down. But we don't have that. We don't have this. We don't have fundamentals. We don't have anything right now really indicating that price is going to go one direction or the other. I think the main thing here that we could kind of look at might be something like, the screen over here, which kind of shows that price is going to go up. But if that's the case, then it's going to go against our whole setup here because you're looking for a sell. Here's the 10-minute price still hasn't pushed back up above the sessions. As you can see, this is where I wanted to avoid it because price is still trying to get past the sessions right here. Back to the 1 minute, there's nothing available here. Let me just move this a little lower. It is 7:34 right now, guys, so it's getting close to 8. I was hoping we can maybe catch at least one more trade. Maybe we can, because there's still time there. It's not like we're done yet, but just want to keep in mind is if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I know our mentoring session this week is pushed back a bit further on Friday, but I can answer whatever questions you guys have. If you guys have anything right now that you guys need help with. But again, right here, price is still ranging. So here's the 1 minute, price is ranging sideways and it's still ranging down the range here. I mean, down the sessions. Going to the clean chart. Let me go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. All right. All right, looks good. So here in the clean chart, you guys can see a little bit better. It's kind of messy over here on the markup chart, but the clean chart over here, you guys can see exactly where price is ranging from, right? Price was ranging from this big range, now the smaller range, and it's just going right down the sessions right here where it started. I mean, it's kind of tightening a little bit, but not really. So it's starting to squeeze right there. But we'll see where it goes. If it ends up pushing above or pushing below, I do think price is going to push above though. Look at the 10-minute here. It's still trying to make its way up. So I do think overall it will push back up. Other than that, let's see. Nice. Bianca over here, she took some buys with us earlier, locked in a total of 3,980. Nice work, Bianca. And then her other account right here, she locked in a total of 2,544. So nice work all around, Bianca. That right there. See if there's anything else that I'm missing. Let's see, Lisa posted the last of her profits for today. And Lisa's been killing it from pre-market till now. She locked in a total of 3,810. And all while at Pilates and getting a massage. That's exactly what I'm going to do today too. At least after this, go to the gym and I'm going to get a massage right after. You know, one thing that I was trying to remind you guys is like health is important, guys. If you guys are stressed out, go get a massage. go do. You guys got to keep your health in check. Like this is the reason why I'm not stressed out with trading and why I'm pretty mellow, like all the time, because you know, I keep track of my health, guys. I eat healthy. I go to the gym every day. I'm on a schedule every day. So if you guys can control that, I mean, if you guys can control your health, you guys can control your emotions, right? Because I feel like with trading, a lot of people get so emotional that it just consumes people. It's just, you know, it just consumes people all the time. And it's crazy. That's why I only trade from 6:30 to 8. Right? I don't let trading take over my life. With a lot of people, some people want to trade all day and you guys are stressed out all day. It's not good for your health. For me, I just trade from 6:30 to 8, make my couple scalps, and then I gotta do whatever I want. And that's how majority of people should be if you want to live a long life. Shouldn't be stressed out all the time. Other than that, let's see. Nick said smoke a fat bowl every morning before trading. Yeah, that's why Nick's so chill too, right? Nick's not tripping out. I'm pretty sure those days when you tripped out, you you didn't take your bowl that day. Those days where maybe MT4 froze up on you and stuff. And Nick said you may be right. Yeah, Peter said smoke a joint. Yeah, Peter and Nick are in that same boat right there. Charles said pedicure and then reflexology for me. Nice. Yeah, reflexology, that's where it's at. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't know about reflexology. Like if you guys are here in Orange County, you guys get like a full body massage for like 20 bucks. They call it reflexology. It's like an hour massage for like 20 bucks. You gotta go to those low-key spots. So they call them reflexology. All right, so there's no entries here yet, guys. Price is still kind of bouncing around here. There's not much going on. It's just creating another low. But here, check this out. So you guys can see the price is getting tighter, right? The range here is getting tighter. And at this point, price is going to break out one way or the other. It's going to happen. And you can see price is now starting to push below. We'll see if it actually breaks out or if it just creates another low below there. It just might push a little bit lower and it'll just go back into the range. Here, let's see. Peter said, did Tesla fix your sensors camera? They still have my car in service right now, Peter. They my chrome wrap was too bright, so it was blocking the sensors. So they had to put in some brand new sensors and like some really good sensors to cut through the chrome wrap, because it's like foil, you know. Like if you try to shine light at foil, it just bounces back. So they had to they had to put in some brand new sensors. So it's hopefully I get my Model X back today or tomorrow, because it sucks not having a car, especially here in Orange County. Like you definitely need a car here. See, B said, would you have taken that V2 sell if it retested the sessions? trying to see which one you're looking at. B, are you talking about the 1 minute? Or are you still talking about the 5 minute here? I think you're talking about the 1 minute because I don't see any V2 sells here. Let me just go up real quick. I want to make sure I'm not missing any. So the 1 minute right here, you're talking about this one right here, right? This right here wouldn't be a V2 because there would have to be a strong red candle. This candle has a wick on the bottom right here. So it wouldn't be considered a, or actually, no, I might be getting that wrong. Sorry, my bad. Let me look at the requirements. I'm kind of getting confused here. Okay, so no wick on top. You're right. Actually, you're right. So this would be a V2 here. Yeah. So if this was rejecting off the actual, off the sessions right here, then yeah, I would take it for a sell. You're right. Sorry, my bad. B. I was confused because I was looking at this. I was looking at something else. But yeah, if this came up here and it didn't actually close above here and it just rejected off this point, then yeah, I would have taken that and it would have been a full TP right there, obviously. Oh, it's a different Charles. Yeah. I thought you guys were the same Charles for a second. Yeah, no, Charles had opened up those pressure points. Yeah, 100% Charles. I agree. Was this a triple confluence? I mean, yeah, it looks like it was. Hit TP already though, huh? Too late. Damn. Totally missed that one. Yeah, so I did see Charles spot. I don't know if you guys caught that. That it came really fast. So this right here was a triple confluence. You guys can see right here that we had a we had price breaking close past the low. We had a sell signal here. Trend meter was red. It was below the pivots. This is a straight triple confluence. The only reason I'd be careful with this right here is because it was right at news price. B. I hate when prices are on news price or sessions, but you can see right here price was right at news price, and that probably explains the bounce, right? So price came down. It hit TP and then it bounced up. So you guys can see right there, right? I kind of slowed it down a bit. I'll rewind again. Look how price comes down, hits TP and bounces right off the news price right there. Bounced right off it. And it came right back up. So yeah, that was a triple confluence, but it would have been risky because it would have cut into news price right here. So that's why I personally would not have taken it, even if I did see it. Key things to avoid, right? Sessions, news price, and opening price. Main things to avoid. I just forgot that I didn't even put news price for the news that just passed, which is here at 7:30. Right there. $7:30, which is right there. And you guys can see right here that price is getting near. Let's see if price ends up closing above it or if it ends up rejecting right off it, which I wouldn't be surprised if it rejects right off its news price. Peter said they give you a Model X or Model S plaid. No, unfortunately not. It sucks because like now that there's so many people that have Teslas, they don't have loaner cars anymore, Peter. I was hoping I could get a plaid so I could play around with it. Kind of want to just floor it and drive it around. I don't think it's like that much. Well, I mean, it is a lot faster, but it's not like a huge change from what I currently have. But yeah, if they had my car longer, they'd probably give me a loaner, but they rarely do. They just give me Uber credits. So I have like unlimited Uber credits right now. I just call Uber Black everywhere because I have like a bunch of credits. But it does suck having to wait for an Uber. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, B. So oh yeah, we went over that triple confluence right here. And there he goes. Price rejects off the sessions again. Right there. Nice. Randy actually caught the triple confluence and Barack caught it too. So some of you guys did catch that triple confluence right there, which is nice. I mean, it was a perfect entry. Literally hit TP, then bounce right back up. Here goes. Price is rejecting off the sessions right there. Here's a 10-minute. You guys can see it's still having trouble getting past it, right? Price is it comes up, attempts to close past it, comes back down, comes up for the test, comes down, comes up for the test, comes down, comes back up for the test right here. Yeah, I mean, the 10 here is in a tough position. This is why I don't like taking the daily, but I've seen this happen a lot. And I'm sure you guys who have been around with us for a while, you guys have seen this goes sideways for like a long time, for like hours, and then it just ends up skyrocketing right there. So let's get this real quick. Drop this over. And I'll get back to the profits right here as well. All right, so let me see what else I missed over here. It looks like some of you guys sent in some profits. Fortunately, no entries here. There's another V3 here coming up. However, it's right at the sessions again, so I'm not going to take it. But yeah, another V3 coming up right here, as you guys can see. You have the high red candle right there. It's at the sessions, and it also has to cut into news price right here as well. So unfortunately, no entry here. As much as I would have wanted to take it, no entry at this point. So yeah, V3 right there, but it can bounce off the news price right here. So I wouldn't take it because it can bounce off that. It can also bounce off this right here. Or it can be a fake out, come back for the retest to the sessions right there. And then either push it higher or reject and come back down. It's too risky. Let's see, we got. All right, so Brock over here hit his daily profit. Looks like he locked in a total of 3,309. Nice work, Brock. Professor over here as well, locked in a total of 1,526. Nice work, Professor. Sam over here locked in a total of 527. Great work, Sam. And then we got more profits over here as well from Maddie. Maddie locked in a total, or R over here actually, R locked in a total of 3,673. Nice work, R. And then we got Maddie over here, a total of 566 off this account and 1,823 off this account. Nice work, Maddie. And then we got JJ over here, a total of about 2,000 for the day. So 10 more bucks, JJ, you've made it to that 2,000 mark. I'm pretty sure it's in fees though. If you click your trades here, I'm pretty sure those 10 bucks went into these fees over here. Also, you got a small loss, unfortunately. Didn't get to that 2,000, but you're almost there. Yeah, other than that, I think that's it for right now. Let me see if there's anything else here for us to look at. Barack said, our strategies require that you set TP fast and it hits very fast and bounce very, very fast. Yeah, no time to close manual. You can be at 500 profit. By the time you close it, you're at $50 profit. I know that's why the DOM is really useful. Nice. Yeah, JJ said he said Elabrum up 16K in 3 days, which is solid. I mean, that's what you got to do to get to that point. I don't know where I'm at right now. My accounts, I think my accounts are sitting pretty nice too. Yeah, so here are my, I'll show you guys real quick. Mine as well. All right, so here's where I'm sitting right now for the week. So these are all my accounts right here. So for the week so far, I mean, this is where I'm at for the day. For the day, I'm at 211, 190, 2,300. So for the day, that's where I'm at. For the week, this is where I'm at. These are all my accounts because I have my copier set up. So, I mean, it doesn't look like I'm doing much on one account, but you do that times 5, that thing adds up. So, yep, not to show off, but there you go. There goes where I'm at right there. So great job, guys. I mean, overall, I've only been taking a couple of trades. I mean, you guys look at all my trades here are documented. I trade live with you guys. It's only been 3 days so far. So everything here is pretty much from from this week. So this is from Monday. All the accounts right here. These are from yesterday. And then these are from today, and all this stuff's done live. So, I mean, you can't fake live trading, right? I'm on here with you guys live. You guys see the trades taken, analysis taken, all that stuff. But yeah, that's just, it's motivation for you guys. That's why I don't really show you guys my profits overall, because there's no need for it, right? You guys already know that I do well with trading because I trade with you guys live every day. All my trades that are documented are live. So for you guys, that's just motivation, right? I'm not here to show you guys how much I'm making. I'm here to show you guys how to do it too, because I want you guys to be just as successful with trading, because it's possible. I mean, you guys are here on the live with me. If you guys only take what I take on the live, you guys can be very consistent. The problem with a lot of people is you guys will take trades with me here live, and then you'll go and do your own thing after I get off this live. For me, I'm done trading. When I get off this live, I go to the gym, I go walk my dog, I go shopping, I do whatever I want to do. I go to Disneyland, right? But a lot of you guys still stay here on the charts, and that's the problem. You guys stay on the charts and you guys end up blowing all the profits with me, and then you end up back at break even or in negative. So, hopefully that's a wake up call for you guys, that you guys have to maybe take into consideration, what the issues are with your trading. Because I only trade from 6:30 to 8 and I'm done. And you see exactly where that added up to for the week. It's only been 3 days. So other than that, guys, hopefully you guys are doing just as good. But if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. It's 7:53 right now. It's about to be 8. So my cutoff time is 8, guys. When it hits 8, I'm done trading. I made my profit for this morning. So for this morning so far, this is what I locked in across all my accounts, right? I mean, this is like more than what I would make as an attorney. And I was working an attorney at a big firm. It wasn't like I was working at a small firm. This is like my whole, basically my whole monthly paycheck. And this is all this morning. We've been on this for like an hour. It's like two trades. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I try to be as transparent with you guys as possible, but I'm not really here to prove anything to you guys. So I'm here to just make sure that you guys can get on this level too, because it's possible. You guys have seen a lot of people in the group. I'm not the only person profiting. There's actually people here who profit more than me. Let's see. Like R is currently up 3,000 for the off one account. My one account isn't as big as everyone else's one account, but my accounts do add up. So like R is doing better than me today. Brock's even doing better than me today. Lisa's doing a lot of people are actually doing better than me. The only thing with me is that I have multiple accounts. So once you guys get better, even Bianca, right? Bianca's up, 3K right here too, almost 4K off just one account. The difference with me is I just have multiple accounts, so they add up. So once you guys are consistent, you guys can keep repeating the process every day. You guys can start adding more accounts to your, to your stable. And then from there, you can just keep stacking up. Even Rashid over here currently up 2,400. And this is just from today. You can see the timestamp here. I save everyone's profit. So if you guys look at all the trades that or all the profits that have been posted, there hasn't been one day in K2 where not one member has made profit. All of our trades are documented. If you go to any of the posts here, I mean, you can go to any day. Literally, you could go to, let me get this. This is from yesterday, right? This is everyone's profits. There hasn't been one day for this entire year or even last year where not one person hasn't profited in K2. So the thing is, guys, if you guys aren't getting it, it's probably a personal thing, right? It's just you, because there hasn't been one day where someone here has not made profit in K2. And that's not including me. That's including just everyone else in the group. Can you go back to every single day? And there hasn't been one day for the past year or two where not one person has made profit. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. If you guys have questions, feel free to email me. or message me on Telegram. Let me see if I can kind of analyze where price is going to go later. I think price is still going to go up. Looking at current price right now, you can see price is not really going anywhere. It's just going back and forth. Let me see if I can kind of clean it up on the clean chart, because it'll be easier for you guys to see here. Maddie said, I'm trying to get where you at. I mean, you're almost there, Maddie. You have you have multiple accounts now, right? You know, once you just got to keep stacking them up. Max out your FTMO, then go to MFF, then go to whatever else is better after that. But always make sure to max out your FTMO first. So other than that, guys, let's see. And it's all about having a routine, right? I think that's what's leveled up my trading so much. Is just routine. I trade from 6:30 to 8. That's pretty much it. And I just rinse and repeat the next day. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity here on the top side. So I do think price will push up at some point. This liquidity is it's going to have to get hit at some point. So, you know, it's probably going to push up, hit these points. This doesn't mean it's going to keep pushing up. This just means that price might push up, hit liquidity, and then guess what? Come right back down. Because you got to keep in mind there's liquidity right here too. Or it can do the opposite. So it can do this where it can come up and come back down, or it can do the opposite where, let me just leave those dots there. Or it can do the opposite where price can come down, bounce off, and then come right back up, right? The main problem here where we can't have a clear direction is the fact that we don't have a bias. Like usually there's a bias where fundamentals are like one way or the other. It's 52% short. If this was like 60% short, 70% short, then yeah, for sure I'd be looking for it to push up. That'd be my main bias. But there's no bias here. It's like right down the middle. It shifts from 52% short to 52% long. So with that said, there's no clear direction with regard to where overall bias is going to be. Looking over here at the fundamentals, this hasn't even been above 100 points the entire day. It's been at like 60, 70, 80. It's just been sitting around the middle. So that's why price here isn't really moving, right? If there was a bias there, then price would actually be moving up or moving down. But since there's no bias, price is just going sideways right here. And it's been going sideways. So let me just measure this from here. Price has been going sideways for about an hour and a half. Literally. It's just going down this middle right here. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up. Where is it going to go? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? So there's no direction. It's been here for an hour and a half. Normally for a New York session, it moves directional, but for the past couple of months, it's been very rangy. So just, something to keep in mind. So it's about to be 8 guys. It's 7:59 right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, our mentoring session is going to be held on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is going to be an hour after the live session. I don't think we're going to have a live session on Friday, because market's closed. So what I might do is I might just go on the mentoring session earlier, and we'll just have a mentoring session all throughout the day. I think that'll be more beneficial for you guys. I will keep you guys updated tomorrow. I need to check the calendar to see if stuff is actually moving. If stuff isn't moving, there's no point in trading. So, what I might do is maybe we'll just cancel the live session if there's nothing going on, or maybe I'll just get on early and we'll just answer questions and I'll go over examples for you guys, because I'm here to help you guys out. I want you guys all to be on 100, just like Maddie, just like Peter, just like Swelly, just like JJ, just like everybody, guys. I want you guys to all be winning here. There's no reason for you guys not to be successful with K2, because you can see the results here. These aren't even my profits. These are all different people in K2. If everyone else can do it, so can you, right? You just have to break out of that shell. So other than that, yeah, Lily, if you have a lot of questions, just put them down in the list and then we'll knock out all your questions. I want to make sure all your questions get answered and you're ready to go next week as we push through for the next trading week. So yeah, B said, damn, high-low scalp just hit. Oh yeah, there was one right there. I didn't even see it happen, but it happened so quickly, huh, B? So there's a high-low entry that happened right there, actually, guys. It's all good. I mean, in this type of market, it's kind of difficult to catch them. And it literally hit TP and came right back down. It's all good. Jay said, bro, I'm trucking 18 wheelers for God's sake. No excuses. I know JJ is a truck driver and he trades off his phone. And I was stressed out trading on my phone. So if JJ can do it, I mean, anybody can do it. Peter said, JJ, you moving product from Mexico to US? Probably, right? All right. So I think that's it, guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow morning for the next live session. So if you guys do decide to trade, just be careful. Make sure to look for, all the biases and confluences. Make sure that you're actually looking for good trades, quality trades, not just any trade, but quality trades. So other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning and we'll have the mentoring session on